Do you know what genre of music this is? That's right. Flamenco. I took this video in Granada, Spain, at the Plaza de San Nicolas, with this just stunning view. I was watching these street performers, loving the music, and wondering, how do they do this? What strumming patterns do they use? What chords are these? Why do they clap like that? Why is this guy so impatient about his cigarette? That's all I got. The video ends there. But you'd be surprised at how many of those questions can be answered by a little research and a close look at the details of this video. So, today we're going to do just that. And by the end, you will know everything you need to know for your next visit to a popular Spanish tourist destination. Here's the video from the beginning.
Ahora quiero volver a empezar, salir esta noche de oscuridad, cantarle a la vida y a la libertad, y darle un beso a mi madre. Ahora quiero volver a empezar, salir esta noche de la oscuridad, cantando a la vida y a la libertad, darle un beso a mi madre.
So, the first obvious question, what song are they singing? Well, actually, it's not that simple. In flamenco, there aren't really identifiable songs. In each performance, instead of playing a set composition, performers improvise and assemble lyrics, chords, and melodies from the large language of flamenco. So, how does that language work? Here's a definitely not AI-generated image to help you understand. The family tree of flamenco is made up of many palos, literally sticks in Spanish, but for our purposes, think of them as genres. There are many more palos than are seen here, and each one of them carries with it a set of qualities that the performers pull from. Our performers are playing tangos. That's this one. How do I know? 'Cause I'm a genius. Because there are some qualities that are unique to tangos. Like the time signature is 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and the tempo is medium fast. 1, 2. Now, that rules out these three, but for the last two, it's more complicated. Tangos is played in Phrygian por medio. Now, I don't play guitar, but here's a piano to help you understand what Phrygian is. If I play only the white keys, starting from this note, C, I'll be playing the major scale. It sounds happy and familiar. If I play the same notes, starting 2 notes down, A, I'll be playing the minor scale. Sad, uneasy. Now, if instead of going 2 notes down to A, I go 2 notes up to E, I'll be playing in the Phrygian scale. That's where the iconic sound of a lot of flamenco comes from. That's Phrygian. Now, the por medio part is pretty simple. Basically, the guitarist is playing with his left hand in the medio, middle part of the guitar. Put simply, that means the notes are higher up and a great match for this upbeat palo. And with that detail, we're left with tangos. So, it's a tango song, but what song? Well, like I said earlier, it's not a specific song. It's an improvisation in the style of tangos. They're making this up on the spot. Now, there are some tricks they're using to accomplish that. For example, the clapping, or palmas in Spanish. In tangos, you clap on 2, 3, and 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's more. In the beginning of the video, the man on the right claps on 2, 3, and 4, and he does so with muted claps, palmas sordas. See how I cup my hands to dampen the sound? Whereas the man on the left claps sharp claps, palmas secas, on only 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These two come together to add texture to the percussion. Later, the guy on the left will will clap on the and of beats to add even more texture. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Because it's an improvisation, the performers have free will to experiment and play and then fall back on the framework of tangos. Next, the guitar strumming, rajeo. From my analysis, there are 3 identifiable techniques that he's playing. For the most part, he is just strumming. This is a street performance designed to entertain multiple crowds over a long period of time, so it makes sense that he would keep things simple. The guitarist also often mixes in golpes, or taps. This is every time he hits or taps the guitar with his fingers to make a wooden drum sound. You see it here. These add another percussive layer to the base of claps. And finally, there is the rajado. That's the chicka 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 chum, very iconic and eye-catching. If we wait just a second, we'll see it. There it is, rajado. Very fun to say. Next, the chords, acordes. Now, this can get very complicated very fast, so let's just stick with the basics. So remember, we are in Phrygian por medio, and in this case, G Phrygian. The chords in this song are C minor, B flat, A flat, F minor, G7. And finally, the lyrics. What are they singing about? And if it's all improvised, then how do the singers know what and when to sing next? Well, this is where things get interesting. Unlike a pop song, which has a fixed title and structure, a flamenco performance is modular. The performers assemble a series of coplas, or stanzas, 3 or 4 line poems, which they pull from the massive tradition of thousands of flamenco coplas. The performers do not write a new song. They select traditional verses and string them together. One of those verses is called the estribillo, the chorus, or catchy phrase everyone knows. In this song, it's Ahora quiero volver a empezar, salir esta noche de Curia, cantando ya la vida y a la libertad. The estribillo is then followed by the coletilla, the tagline. The first one is sung by the guitar player. Y dale un beso a mi madre. And the second is sung by one of the others. It's the same lyrics. But if they keep switching off who's singing, and sometimes start a copla by singing together, then how do they know whose turn it is, and what lyrics to sing? Well, there are some tricks the performers use to communicate. For example, at the beginning of the video, the guitar player gives a cue. Did you see it? Watch again and pay attention to the guy on the left. He doesn't start right away. This is very common practice. The performers listen for the first couple of notes to recognize which copla the lead will sing, and once they recognize it, they join in. Then, when the lead wants to give the next coletilla to someone else, he drops out and ends the last measure with a llamada, or call to the other singers. In this case, the lead stops singing and increases the rhythmic tempo with a chicka 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 chum rajado, and this is the call to the other singer to take the coletilla. Now, how do they know which of the two of them should take it? Typically, the lead might look at one of them or lean towards them. One of the singers might also take a deep breath that the other one can hear as a sign that this one's mine. But here I don't see the signal. There could be a hierarchy, and this one tends to take the coletillas, or maybe there is some secret signal and I'm just missing it. The mystery continues. So, now that we have all the information to understand everything that's going on in this performance, let's watch it one more time. Ahora quiero volver a empezar, salir esta noche de Curia, cantando ya la vida y a la libertad, y darle un beso a mi madre. Ahora quiero volver a empezar, salir esta noche de Curia, cantando ya la vida y a la libertad, darle un beso a mi madre. And now you know. Well, that is except for why this guy is so impatient about his cigarette. Damn.